Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hope for Just One YouTube channel. Hope for Just One Counseling at hopeforjustone at gmail.com. Now, today, I want to thank you guys who've watched me. I know my videos have been kind of like, I'm just beginning. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. So, here's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about German volume training, or they call it volume training. Now, especially for people over the age of 40, German volume training is extremely helpful. It the it's German volume training is about doing 10 sets of 10 at 60% of your normal lifting. Now, this is also helpful for younger people as well. It, German volume training uses low weights, high repetitions. So, in other words, you might lift 20 pounds 10 times. See, the magic to this though is that it triggers hormones to come to that area because the repetition over and over again triggers hormone development at 6 to 10 reps. Now, some people in the German volume training community and the volume training community say that you can do sets of 20. And how I look at that is that what you start off with is you lift a weight to your 60% potential 10 times. Once you finally are able to reach 20 reps per set and do it easily, then you add more weight and then go back down to 10 reps per set and again until you hit 20. Now, there are some uh, parts of the body that is impossible almost to get to 20 reps. So you do have to use 10 as your marker for being able to raise the weight. Um, the legs, leg day, those hips. I've tried doing 20 before. I've done 20 reps per set before on leg day at 60% of my potential. And it's really, really hard on the hips. It's doable, but it's hard on the hips. I mean, really hard. Like you're feeling it too much. And then leg day starts scaring you. You don't want leg day to start scaring you. Then you start wanting to avoid it. Then you start finding other things to do. And now your legs are getting neglected. That's not what anybody wants. So now, one of the here's the difference, okay, between lifting heavy and volume training. German volume training. Like lifting heavy tears your muscle because it's the tearing of the muscle that makes the muscle grow. It's actually damaging the muscle makes it grow. So when you're lifting heavy, you're tearing the muscle into small shreds. This makes a smaller, more compact muscle. You can lift more, but you'll never really see the muscles. Like you you'll be more round, you'll be big, but you won't have the mass showing. Now, if you don't care about that, that's fine and dandy. But the only side thing to that is you've got to do cardio now on a machine to get any cardio because that's not going to give you cardio. And I guarantee you, if you're trying to get a flat stomach, it's almost impossible to lift heavy and then depend on a Stairmaster or a treadmill to do it for you. German volume training, it has the cardio built in it. Now back to the tearing of the muscle. Now, lightweight, high repetitions tears the muscle in bigger shreds. This creates a muscle that's more pumped, more mass, bigger, like Arnold. I know I'm not like Arnold. Don't you start thinking I'm trying to say, but it will make you more buff looking too. You'll look better in your shirts. You'll feel better, and you'll start to decrease that gut. I've never had abs before. Yes, I still got belly fat. I'm working on it. Probably never will get rid of it. It runs in my family. Even though I'm struggling, I'm still doing it. No matter what, I'm going to keep working at it. But when you do German volume training, and what is also called volume training, you get to lower that gut. You get to get abs. I've never had abs before. Yes, it's bubble gut abs. I'm working on it. But when I stand up straight, I don't have a belly like I used to at all. Like it's really low. You will love this. If you just try German volume training, you'll start seeing the results, and you will break a sweat. And guess what? You don't have to worry about that treadmill no more, that stairmaster anymore. So yeah, German volume training does take longer in the gym to do the weights, but where you make up for the time at is you don't have to do the treadmill or the stairmaster. You can doubt me. Look it up on the internet. You have it too. If you're watching this, you have the internet. Look it up and see how German volume training includes the cardio. Now you might want to get a little extra here and there if you're trying to do some other things. So now back to muscle tearing. This it makes it bigger. Yes, you're not able to lift as heavy. But I mean, does everybody need to lift a whole entire can? No. But there's not a thing in my yard I can't lift, and there's huge cement things. I've been trying to build a fence. Well, I haven't tried, I built a fence. I took out a palm tree, huge block of cement. I'm able to pick that kind of stuff up, heavy stuff. But I'm not in there at the gym lifting 500 pounds anymore. Now, there was a time period in my life before I let myself go. I was 250 pounds with a 4% body fat. I was lifting, I was leg pressing 920, near able to get a few reps near 1,020. And then I was also able to bench press 600 and get 7 reps on it 3 times. So, but then the pain, agony, the defeat. You walk away from that for a few months and you're back at zero almost. And even that's with muscle memory. And that's another thing. We do have memory in our muscle and brain. They actually have discovered that brain cells are carried down into the muscles, and the muscles have memory. So even if you go from the gym for years and you come back, your muscles are going to be more equipped, more educated, and more knowledgeable than somebody who just started, and you'll be there quicker. So now back to the subject. So now I do my German volume training with a high focus on hormonal development. I do not use steroids. I would be bigger than what I am. Oh boy. And I'd be able to eat more too. So now look at how the human body functions. The human body functions on stress. You know, like so now let's imagine I'm running from a predator. It's going to kill me. My body is sending every hormone to that spot, the legs. Now, take that out, remove the animal chasing you, and look at this. Okay, so if I walk into that gym and the first thing I do is go and work out that body part that I'm going to work out and nothing else, I go and I grab my weight for that muscle group. I am now stressing that area and telling the body send every hormone to that area. And this is what I believe for verbally, and this is from my research on hormone development and weight loss and fitness. Because if I hadn't been able to study this, I would have probably died. Because I had no hormones basically. I was an alcoholic and I was on anti-anxiety medication and all this other mess wasn't moving. way overweight, 333 pounds. I had no hormones. So I had to find a way to make every muscle count. And I was blessed to be able to find German volume training. So, and also find articles which talked about how stressing the area you're going to work out on and only working that area out will send all those hormones to that area. So, okay, let's imagine it's chest day. You don't need to do anything but the flat chest, right? You're going to do 10 times 10 of whatever that is, the weight that meets 60% of what you can lift. You only need to work out the chest that day and your abs. And the reason why I say abs is you got to work out the abs every day, just about, because the abs are the least worked muscle in the body. They get the least amount of hormones because of the least amount of movement. So it's one of those you do need to borrow a little bit of the hormones from the area you're working out to go there because that's going to help you with the stomach sag. We're not worried about abs as much as we are trying to not have skin sag. Right? Okay, so now the German volume training. So you stress that area, every hormone goes there to the chest. You work out that area only. You're going to do your 10 times 10 at your 60% ratio. Even if you have low hormones, every hormone in the body will be sent to the area you work out. That's why we only work out that one area because it concentrates the muscle down. It concentrates down to that one muscle. Don't worry, you'll probably be working out 4 to 5 days a week, especially if you're trying to lose weight, because that's the only way you're going to really see movement. So now, okay, you can do 3 days a week, you can do 4 days a week. Something's better than nothing, but don't expect fast, high results. Okay. So now, here's the thing: we're not really on a race, but we don't want to be on the eternal diet either. You know what I'm talking about? The diet where you go to the restaurant and you've been on that diet for the last 20 years, and every time the waiter or waitress asks you, the server asks you, him, theirs, them, whoever they title themselves asks you if you want dessert, you say no, and it's because you already feel guilty because you just ate this big meal with all this bread. How would you like to just walk in there and eat your meal and then say, "Yeah, I want dessert. Yeah, I'll take 2 servings because I don't eat this kind of stuff that much and I'm going to enjoy myself." That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So now the beauty of German volume training is and doing low weights, high repetitions, is it causes muscle mass to grow. Now you see, you may say, "Oh, I don't care about people seeing my muscles." That's not the point. You want to not have loose skin. So what do you think is going to make up for all the loose skin from the fat you lose? Is it going to be small, tight muscles from lifting heavy? Or is it going to be big muscles that are pumped that will take up space? It's like a facelift. I used to have like skin sagging here, right? But I've been working out my shoulders with German vein training. It's literally pushed the skin up, pushed the skin back. I look younger. I'm 46. And I didn't take care of my body. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay. So now here's the trick. The human body loses testosterone for every 25 pounds it gains. So if you're at the situation I was in where you're 333 pounds, you have and you're drinking and you're using psychotropics, Xanax, Ambien, whatever it is, your testosterone is going to be in the gutter. So you're going to have to wait till you lose probably 50 pounds if you're 333 pounds first. But that weight will come off quick if you eat the keto diet. Eat the keto diet have lots of movement around the house, the yard, wherever, cleaning, moving. But you're not probably really going to lift muscles, lift weights, because what's going to happen is you're not going to have enough hormones to make up for it. Because I had that issue. I was just getting bruised and hurt in the beginning. So I had to come home. I had to start getting rid of all the stuff that wasn't keto for real. Right? And moving and moving and moving and moving. So your house will really get clean by then. Well, so now once you lose that initial few pounds and those hormones start getting up, you need to get to a gym or be, if you can use a home gym and really do it, then you do that. But it's got to be a heavy enough weight. It's got to be 60% of your potential. And you want to really push this because here's a trick. The human body is actually stronger and able to build more muscle when you're overweight. That's killer, isn't it? And here's the trick. You can manipulate that. So as you're losing weight, you still have all that strength from the fat providing you energy. What you do is you turn around and you take that and you start using that strength to pump. And there's a strange thing that starts to happen. The more weight you lose, the less you're not able to lift as heavy as you used to. It's so strange. But in reality, there is a scientific explanation. As we lose fat, we also lose muscle mass. And you got to think about it too. I mean, the body is having to carry that weight around all the time. All of a sudden, the muscles don't carry that weight around all the time. Now it's getting weaker in that area. So, but it's a good thing. But you want to make sure you hit every muscle group. You want to make sure you get your forearms. You want to make sure you work everything because that's going to be your ticket. The more muscle mass you have, the more fire you have, the more fat you burn, the more muscle you build, the less skin sag you have. And also, if people are out there claiming they have bad genetics and that they just have a slow digestive system, that means you don't know the human body. Okay, so now let's see. The human body, the muscle mass, muscle activity drives the digestion of the body. If you aren't moving, your food's not going to digest fast. It's going to sit there. You're doing nothing with it. But when you start moving, that body is going to start digesting that food. And adding muscle mass does that even better. Now, people say, okay, this is on another note on eating. People will say, oh, if you can't lose weight if you go into starvation mode. So now this theory states that eating will keep you from going into starvation mode, which builds more fat. There's no way that the human body can go into starvation mode as long as it has fat on it. Because the human body has three sources of energy that it uses fat. Well, first, it burns sugars. Second, fats. Third, muscle. Okay. So you've got to burn through the sugar first. It takes 4 hours for 1 tablespoon of sugar to burn out of your arm muscle, especially if you're overweight. Okay, so the body will burn that sugar in right when you start working out, right? Then next, it will start burning fat. So this is where being in ketosis comes in hand. Because once you're in ketosis, you're now burning fat and there's no sugar to burn. This is when you're going to lose the weight. That's why intermittent fasting says don't eat in the morning before you exercise. Keep that ketosis going. Get in the gym, burn the fat, not sugar, and then move on with your day. And you're not going to add more sugar to that. You're going to just keep on burning fat throughout the day. You're going to eat your keto meal, and then you're going to burn your fat through the rest of the day. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There will be times one day when you can eat what you want, but you can't do it all the time like you used to. So just bear with us, huh? Okay, so this is for your health. Okay, so your looks and how you feel about yourself and job promotions and people seeing you as a success and all that good stuff. Um, so if you want help with this, if you want someone to assist you, if you want a life coach, if you want somebody who is direct, will tell you what you need to do to help you, won't play games, won't beat around the bush, won't be afraid to tell you the truth, but with love, come to Hope for Just One Counseling and Life Coaching. You can contact me and my other co-therapist at Hope for Just One at gmail.com. That's Hope for Just One at gmail.com. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for being with me. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.